So guys, today is the last day of the month and tomorrow we're starting the last month of the year on our way to New Year 2025. Wow. 时间都去哪儿啦? I am not sure where this time went. Like seriously, it's just like 2020 was just a few weeks ago. Somehow time passed so fast. Anyhow, I do deserve some likes and support because I have been very diligent and hardworking here in YouTube, posting as much as I have the ability to do. I mean, as much as I could from October. Hopefully you did enjoy my videos. So yeah, thank you. And today's topic is gonna be regarding the situation that I was talking about yesterday of this plaza in this Mexican EU market here in the city of Mexico, which supposedly, up to the news now, it's closed and people already took their stuff out because they're afraid that another operation will happen. And not just that, they somehow were told to leave, so place maybe it's gone for good. I mean, the place is closed for good. Not that people is not gonna be selling elsewhere, because all around the city in Mexico, they have like this kind of stuff selling everywhere. Not just Mexico City, but the whole Mexico country. Okay, nonetheless, I was like looking at the Douyin, the TikTok version in China, or the original TikTok, which is called Douyin, and I found out a video about this Chinese now Mexican, maybe a little bit Mexican living here, or maybe just a Chinese living in Mexico, and he was advising and suggesting Huaren that want to come over and live here and expand their business to not do this kind of trashy business, like come over and do not have like documentation and come over and just sell trashy goods, cheap fakes, and so on and so forth. He was like, yeah, you can do the big bucks like for in the short term, but who knows for the like maybe mid time or like long run, it's not very sustainable because it really depends on the regulations of the country, or if the government is just not, wanting to allow this, then just like this can close your place and you can lose your whole business if you don't know any better by that time. Anyhow, the recommendation that this guy is giving is like, you guys must build a brand. So I thought it was a very remarkable suggestion to talk about in here, because in the last few years, at least in Shenzhen where I was living, and also I noticed that Guangzhou and Shenzhen somehow are like sister cities, or brother sister cities is female, so I guess they're sister cities. They worked hand by hand, and I saw like the arisal of so many Chinese brands. No matter like the products were made in China, like Chinese, and no matter how bad you think China products quality is, there's still some very, very respectable and high quality standard products. So they will research on this and they will kind of understand to which kind of clients they are gonna focus to, their brand vision, mission, and just client persona, and they will be meeting these standards to their products. Let's say they are products for teenagers, where the quality is not as expensive as products like maybe aim for, like people in their 30s or 40s, the teenagers that can easily afford some earphones or some like cool speakers, etc. As well as there are some brands that are aimed for like, let's say, single rich women, etc. So this is something that China is really doing so well, maybe better than everywhere else. I've seen it in front of my eyes when I was living there. For example, I saw the born of this company Remax, which is a company that promotes and has under its catalog product offer a lot of different electronics, going from like earphones, speakers, like each day by day the company was growing to like really so many different products. And by the way, this Remax tried to open a shop here just in the shopping mall next door, next to my home, but somehow it was not successful. And when I saw Remax in Shenzhen or in Guangzhou, the Guangzhou branch was also very successful. Their products quality is just great. They somehow have this guarantee, and people just started recognizing the brand. And they also had a few other brands under the brand of Remax, like other small different personality brands. So I think this is a very wise move to make. If you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, I'm always also recommending my clients to not just rely on generic products, because generic products is like today you import such and such goods, you sold out, okay, you earn that money, but next time you have to import like also some generic products. And if you don't have a brand that to which those products are under, then people will not recognize you the next time they want to purchase products. Like they will just be, it's just generic. Let's say Amazon kind of products is just this like generic products that you are purchasing, usually not branded, coming from China. So in this case, you are just working, and each time like for selling that lot, those much products. And the next time you have to catch new clients, because the past clients are not recognizing you for any brand name or like, unless you build a brand, then those clients will be familiarizing themselves, or will be like more and more familiar to the brand. And in that case, you can put more and more products into that brand name. Let's say today you put speakers, tomorrow you put earphones. I'm not saying this is the best of examples, because it's just like an example. Let's say you do furniture, then today you have this and tomorrow you have that, and that in that way you can grow business more safely and steady, just like this guy was recommending them. Like he was recommending Chinese overseas that want to come over to do business in Mexico, that it will be wise for them to not rely on like generic day by day sales, but on the positioning of a strong brand here that can be recognized all over the country. And therefore the client of yesterday is going to be also perhaps the client of tomorrow, because he is well aware that that brand has quality standards, that somehow it's a guarantee. It's not just a market cheap product that you can throw away and that's it. Usually if you want to have branded products, you will go a step further and you will try to improve the quality, because you don't want your brand to be associated with bad quality cheap products. In that case, like word of mouth, people just will be telling people that brand is not worth buying, so people will just not purchase that brand anymore. And yeah, this was one of the advices. And then he also, of the suggestions, he also gave the recommendation for people that want to do medical stuff, that go and do the certifications here, and so they can also position themselves in a very high like standard in a very high somehow they can be able to go to trade shows, they can be able to be inside like the well-known brands around, because of the quality and certifications of their products, and not just because it's a generic cheap product. And somehow they start all these products, like previous to the COVID, we were already having a lot of Chinese selling stuff, but somehow I've researched that after COVID, this just boomed. I guess because they saw the potential of the market when COVID hit, and how the market was consuming all these goods, cheap goods, or like these masks and these other things. And it was then that they took a piece of the market, and since then it has been non-stop till now. And so this guy was recommending that. I think it's going to be very interesting for me to analyze his videos and do comment with you guys about what are his thoughts on living in Mexico, doing business here as a Chinese. What is that he is communicating the others Chinese overseas or foreign about our country, the opportunities or the weakness, etc., difficulties about this place. So what do you guys think about it? I think it's a great idea, and you maybe it's also a great strategy for you to consider this to 2025. And yeah, just like me here, I'm from China with Love. This is a personal brand, and under this personal brand is my face, talking here in the videos. Hopefully you enjoy this one, and if you like this kind of like videos, just chatting about like business, China and Mexico, I find it very interesting. By the way, guys, I would like you to actively give me your suggestions regarding the channel's direction, because as far as you've seen in my previous videos, I know a lot of stuff regarding China, but China is a very big subject, as well as Mexico itself or myself. So when I was living in China, I was posting videos regarding like life in China as a foreigner, being a vegan in China, and usually, mostly, maybe big part of the channel was like tourism around China. Okay, I'm not in China now. I don't know if I will be back in China permanently. At least I will be going maybe on business trips, but that is not the point. Now I'm here, and I would like you to suggest which kind of topics or focus this channel should have. Of course, it's not like I don't know, but I would like to know, maybe you guys are better viewers, better watchers than myself, and you guys can understand the potential of the channel, or your favorite topics over here. So please do suggest them down below, not just topics, but like channel direction. Some do like to talk about business, some do like to talk about culture. So please help me. Yeah. So have you enjoyed these videos? Yeah, let me know by supporting the channel. In the description section, I have some links where you can either buy a coffee or PayPal donation. I think I deserve a little bit of a keep it up. It's been a lot of videos, but that's the thing. I really want to know which kind of videos should I focus on, or just like talk about everything. I'm not really sure whether that's a good idea for a channel to just be randomly talking about many different subjects. What do you guys think about?